Hi there, Cosmic Family. Well, the other day in the video of the energies of the week, I told you that the Sun in Pisces was perfecting its trine with Mars in Cancer this March 8. So there is this will of acting, of action. Uh, Paths can be opened so we can move forward. It is a harmonic aspect. The only challenge in here it is linked with the sun that represents both our identity and our essence, the soul. It is our responsibility to identify from which places we are acting if that ego or that identity is actually aligning to that higher energy that inhabits us and that expresses through us. So this is going to be shown because the sun is approaching Saturn in Pisces. I talked about Saturn in the context of the lunar eclipse in Virgo because it has a protagonic role, but the conjunction between the Sun and Saturn occurs on March 12th. The eclipse occurs in March 14th. And in mathematical degrees, we are already feeling this. Today, they are in 5 degrees of distance. So this is quite short for a transit of the sun. It is a moment where cosmos is inviting us to develop another level of maturity, another level of responsibility in our experience, to assume the authority, which is the way that we are co-creating our experience. And well, as this is happening in the context of the eclipse, it could manifest in many ways according to the house in which you have Pisces in your natal chart. So this is implying assuming a decision that is important and that affects our life in the long term. It could be that literally we have more responsibilities through certain situations, that we have to assume more things, that we have more things to do. This could imply also to deal with obstacles, restrictions, or doors that are closing, that are showing us that we need to construct in different ways or that we need to approach different paths too. It could be shown consequences of something that we exercised not in alignment with our soul, or consequences of the lack of healthy boundaries with the things that are not making us good or not making us good to other people, which directly or indirectly they are connected actually. But all of this is also an opportunity to learn, to grow. Saturnal energy always brings us to earth, to what simply is manifesting in reality. And in this higher plane, it is about observing with the eyes of the soul what that reality is reflecting to us, to assume the corrections, to integrate the learnings that help us to mature, to be more mature, and to take decisions that we can be grateful later for having taken them. This is about also recognizing what is incoherence, in internal coherence, and that is something that nobody on the outside can actually tell us. This emerges from the profound contact with our own heart, and this is Pisces. Also, these conjunctions could be experimented with this heaviness. They could activate these negative perceptions in the experience and of ourselves. And it's not about the conjunction; they were already there, but they are emerging so we can be aware. This could be about being excessively self-exigent, or the other polarity to self-sabotage, because it is not believed that that we can consolidate the path, that one can consolidate the path. So also some experiences could be lived with certain frustration or even pain for the fact that there are expectations or Piscean illusions that were sustained that aren't actually occurring, or what it was desired to believe of reality is actually very different of what we are experimenting. So this is the gift of Saturn actually, because when we can actually see what is among our possibilities, when we can face the experience as it is, accepting what it is, we have the possibility to decide with intention of construction and to construct something that it is truly, that we truly feel part of our spiritual path here on the material plane. With patience. Patience is also another aspect of Saturn, that is linked with doing whatever thing we feel we need to do, detaching from the results. It is not about waiting and expecting anything. Perhaps Mercury and Venus are not collaborating that much with the patience thing, but well, it is part of the process right now. What is closing, it is not part of the purpose anymore, and closures in eclipses have the tendency to be quite definitive. Obstacles are there to help us to reveal light, to understand where we need to redirect our energy or do things in a different way. So thank you, everyone. I am closing this video here. Ciao, ciao.